Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Ron from Ron's Keto Cafe and Keto Cooking with Ron. Well, today is January 20th and it's snowing out today. And I have a couple more minutes before we're going to go check on our latest creation today. Today we're making easy peasy cheesy keto biscuits. And this particular recipe comes to you from All I Dream About Is Food. And it called for a half a cup of coconut flour, a half a cup of almond flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of salt. We stirred in all the ingredients in a mixing bowl, and then we put in 6 ounces of grated cheese. She said use cheddar, but we used Colby Jack, and that's all we had. And we did grate it, and then we reserved 2 ounces for the top. And for our wet ingredients, we added 4 whole eggs. She said you could use 2 eggs or 3 egg whites, but we ended up using 4 whole eggs at room temperature. And then we used 3/4 of a cup of sour cream, 1/4 of a cup of melted butter, and we used the Kerrygold butter. And we left it out on the tabletop for a little while so it wouldn't scramble the eggs. And once we combined all the ingredients, we stirred it up really well. Right now it's cooking off in the oven at 350 for 20-25 minutes. And in about 3 more minutes, we're going to go pop them out of the oven. And then we'll come back and do a taste test. Now, I peeked into the oven to see how they're doing. I got 3, 6, 9, 12. I think I got 13 of them. But anyways, I made them with the ice cream scoop, and they sprawled and they're all touching one another. So what we'll do is we'll use the cookie cutter and we'll with pizza wheel, and we'll just kind of like work our way around each one, and we'll separate them, pull them off of the placemat, and then we'll sample one together, and give you my taste bud test afterwards. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna come out pretty good because I made these a couple times before with a different YouTuber from Keto Focus. She had something similar to this particular recipe, and I didn't have a powerful enough food processor, and my motor burnt out on that particular food processor. And but I got another food processor on order. It's coming in next week. The one I got for Christmas died on us, and actually it didn't even die on me. It was just I couldn't get it to work. I mean, it snapped in all the blades the way they were supposed to. Plugged it in, it was no go, and it was really too bad because it was a $250 food processor, and never had that really happen before. But anyways, be that as it may, let's kill the video, and we're gonna go in the kitchen. We're gonna point the camera in the oven to show you what they look like. Put them on the counter, let them cool. I'm gonna bring them in the back room, and when they cool out in the back room, we'll cut them and plate them, and we'll talk about them. And I'm gonna have leftover today. So I got a leftover burger that I made the other day, and I'm gonna plate it with a burger, and that'll be our meal for today. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It does help other people know when I post videos. And, welcome to Massachusetts. It's snowing out today, and we got the day off. We don't have to do the bingo tonight. Everything got canceled today, which is, I figure, okay, this is the perfect day to make some recipes. I'm probably thinking about making a strawberry cheesecake later. I have all the ingredients as I need. We'll see. But we'll definitely make at least 1 or 2 more recipes for today. And, since we're off today, what perfect day to do some baking, until you have to move the car. And so what usually happens when it stops snowing out, the plow will stop plowing out, and then I'll get a text for me to go out and move the car and shovel out around the car, and then move it back after they're done plowing it, and I'll set for the next one. But we got about 5 or 6 inches. What I'll probably do is take a couple of photographs outside there when I'm outside. But anyways, again, talk to you guys later. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe. Well, I got the camera pointing outside the window because, as you can see, it is snowing out today. It's coming down at a pretty good clip today. We've already got about 4 inches of snow on the ground. We're expected to get another 3 to 4 more inches before it's all said and done. So today I thought maybe, well, what perfect way to stay home and do some cooking. So in this video, I'm going to be flipping the camera around very shortly. And today we are going to be making some easy peasy cheesy keto drop biscuits by Ron's Keto Cafe. Now this particular recipe comes to you from All I Dream About Is Food. And I got the directions all written down, and I'll have it below the timeline. I didn't write the recipe, but I did copy the recipe ingredients, and I wrote them in my own words. For your dry ingredients, you'll need a half a cup of almond flour, a half a cup of coconut flour. You'll need 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a little pinch of salt, 3/4 of a cup of sour cream, 6 ounces of cheese. Today we're using Colby Jack cheese because we want to use it up, but she ended up using cheddar cheese, I believe. Any kind of cheese will work. And then you'll need 1/4 of a cup of melted butter, and then you'll need either 4 eggs, or she says you can use 4 eggs, or you can use 2 whole eggs with 3 egg whites. So today, to make it simple, we're going to use the 4 eggs. So without further ado, let me get it all together for you in the bowl and show you the process. And I'll flip the camera around, and I got the overhead camera going, and I'll do the side camera. And we have a sheeting pan with silicone mat. We got the oven preheated at 350. Once you get the biscuits lined up on your sheeting mat, you put a little more cheddar cheese, or in our case it's the Colby Jack cheese, on top of the biscuits before you put them in the oven. And these bake off at, I believe she said, let me get my directions. These bake off at 350 degrees for 20 to 23 minutes, and you let them cool. And we'll probably have a sausage with that, or a hamburger later. But yeah, so we'll give it a try. I made something similar to this with Keto Focus's recipe a while back ago, and it came really good. And so I have everything I need, 100% weighed up how she has a recipe. You even got the sour cream. Now I'm using the regular store-bought brand sour cream, and I had a little bit of cheddar cheese that was already shredded. I wanted to use up the rest of that, again, the Market Basket brand, but I just combined it in with the Colby Jack cheese. And you can use any kind of cheese you want for this recipe, whatever your favorite cheese is. Knock yourself out. But without further ado, let's flip the camera around and show you how we do the process of putting this all together. We had the coconut flour. No, this coconut flour. We have the almond flour. And then we're going to take the combination of the baking powder, garlic powder, and salt. We're just going to kind of stir it around a little bit. Just dump that right in, make sure we get all of it. And what we'll do is we'll just whisk it a little bit with the spatula. To make sure we get all the lumps out of there and everything like that. Well, we already got our oven preheated to 350, and that looks pretty good to me. Okay, so now let's start in with our cheese. It's got 4 ounces of pre-weighed Colby Jack cheese. Goes right in. We reserved 2 ounces of the cheese because the cheese is going to go on the top of these just before we put them in the oven. So I'm filming in the back room today because it's quiet in the back room and I got the door shut. So you just kind of like mix it all in a little bit like that. See, now let's set that aside, just like that. Okay. Now let's take our eggs. We're going to whisk our eggs before. These 4 eggs under room temperature. We have 1/4 of a cup of butter already melted, and it's cooled down enough to use because we don't want to cook the eggs or scramble the eggs. Just kind of lightly whisk them, she said. You don't need to beat them to death. Okay, now let's add that to our mixing bowl. We can add the sour cream, not cream cheese. We got about 3/4 of a cup. Knock the sour cream off the spoon to make sure I get all the that off of there. Now comes the butter. Butter. We got 1/4 of a cup of butter, soft, melted. And again, we're just scraping it all out with the spatula to make sure we get it all. Now you just take it and you just kind of like work everything all in together. What I do is I just keep folding it, mixing all the flours and the everything to some type of a dough. Make sure you get all the egg all mixed in with that. It doesn't take that long. This, according to her video there, it takes about a half an hour to prepare all this. Got some runny egg there. I'm just trying to scrape it off. I don't want any runny egg. I think that looks pretty close to what she had done. So let me be right back. And if you don't have a silicone mat, you can use parchment paper. It works just as well. So now we're going to take an ice cream scoop. And as far as the size, it all depends on what you want. There's no right or wrong answer here. But for all intents and purposes, this is what I'm using because this is what I have in the house. I have a bigger one and I have a smaller one too. I'm just going to scoop out evenly to the, just like that. You're going to try to spread them out 3 across. Now, for the ones I made from Keto Focus, if you want these like into a patty, you can press down on them a little bit. You know, these are actually going to be drop biscuits today. And I'm just kind of like forming them into a nice round unifying ball, as you can see. Just follow what I'm doing. You guys should be fine. And I got a little more left in the batter. I'm going to try to scrape out of here, use the rest of the batter up. We don't like to waste anything here in the So since I have, I think what I'm going to do is just pull that over there a little bit. Okay. Okay, so now that we have our drop biscuits all made, we're going to take the balance of the cheese and we're just going to put it on top of each one. Just like that. So there you have it. So let's go bake that in the oven, 350 for about 20 minutes. It's 10 minutes at 10, so these should be ready about 10 past, it's 20 minutes past 10. So these should be ready about 10:40, and we'll pop them out of the oven, bring them in the back room and let them cool down, and we'll pop one of these babies open, and after it cools, and we'll give it a taste test, and let you know how it came out. So without further ado, let's go put that in the oven, and we'll come back and talk about it afterwards. Okay, so I got both cameras rolling, the overhead camera and the side camera. Now these are done. They've been cooking for about 20-25 minutes, and I put a little bit of parsley flake on top of there for the color. You get a nice, like for a photograph. And I'm gonna just take one. I don't know what they look like underneath. I haven't done this. This is the first one. Look at that, nice and golden brown. Let's open one up together. Look at that. For the side angle. Now I suppose you want, again, from the how they break. That's the nice and golden brown. Boy, can I cook or what? Let's try a little bit at one. These are really, really good. They're nice and moist. Don't need any butter or anything in them. And what's great about these is I got a hamburger from a leftover. I'm gonna slice one in half and use that for my hamburger bun. But yeah, look at that. What do you guys think? So if you like the video, gives me a thumbs up. And if you try these, let me know how they come out. Now the only thing I was kind of really surprised about was how when she cooked those. But if you look at them, they just pull right apart. I mean, I thought I needed the cookie wheel cutter, but I really don't. And I just, you can even put these on a cooling rack if you have a cooling rack. I got one, I'm just too lazy to get it out. Let me just separating them a little bit, show you how they separate. You can see that one kind of was pulling with that one, but still going to have it, eat it. Look at that. Nice and golden brown. Just tearing it off a little bit. So overall, I'm very, very happy how they came out. And this is a nice piece of dough with the cheese and everything that I pulled off there, see? Oh, really good. But yeah, what do you guys think, huh? So if you try that, give me a thumbs up. She used cheddar cheese with hers, and I had cheddar cheese. I had a little bit left out of a pot bag that I just topped off with the Kobe Jack cheese. But today I'm using the rest of the Kobe Jack cheese that I bought it last week, and then I wanted to use it up. That was just pulling that off of there so I can get a photo for later. Look at that, guys, huh? You know these be good on soup. Nice tomato soup. Put it on top. Or a nice onion soup. Oh yeah.